Well, Luke, start with the Hammy. How's it feeling?
Hey, Hammy's feeling good, mate. I'm back running pretty well and not feeling sore this week. So definitely miss Adelaide. Slow build and then see how we pull up after the flight back home.
I suppose when people hear Hammies, they're like, oh, it's going to be at least 3 weeks. But we've seen it with Nat Fife. He's might play this week. Can you explain the differences? Maybe it's a light one or...
Yeah, I think there's two types. There's the ones you feel actually tear all of a sudden in a game, and they're the ones that hurt and are normally 3 weeks plus. And then I'd say Nat's the same as mine. You start to feel it tighten up a little bit and you realise it's probably more than just tightness, so you pull the pin on the game. But scans showed a tiny little nick in my hammy, so that's obviously what I was feeling, but pulled up well and slow build as I said, and missed one this week definitely, and hopefully get up for first game back in Perth.
You kept hearing in the weeks leading up that you were sore. That was sort of the conversations going around. What was wrong? Were you actually sore?
Not the hammy. So the hammy's the hammy's come out of the blue, which is a little bit frustrating, but I have had a reasonable run with injury over the last few years. So soft tissues are quite often the frustrating ones because they do come out of nowhere and can be reoccurring. But as I said, I've had a reasonable run, so fingers crossed we can get past this one and it doesn't pop up again.
Was it a rib?
I've had a few little knocks and bruises over the last few weeks, but nothing that stopped me from being able to get up to play. So, the week off should do me good.
6 times in the game time isn't you though. Like that was what you had one of the weeks, and we saw once you took the jumper off in the change room, was scrapping around.
Yeah, well, there's no hiding that then, is there?
So tell us about how your body actually was. Now everyone knows.
No, I'm okay. I just copped a couple of knocks and. I'm sure there's a couple of blokes at every club going through the same thing. So, look, if it's nothing to keep me from playing, then it's not worth talking about.
Does being in this environment, having physios and doctors with you 24/7, does that accelerate recovery from something like are you able to spend more time genuinely working on it as opposed to the ice and rest?
I think there's only so much you can do. So, we'd be able to do that much back in Perth. Without the access after hours, it's not as though I'm coming down and getting extra physiotherapy from 6 o'clock at night onwards. So it is handy if I'm lazing around and feel like I need a bit of work, but I'm sure we can get that done back in Perth as well. So I'm sure it won't make too much difference.
From a selection point of view, obviously not sure if you have more insight now that you're skipper, but who do you think might come in and take your spot?
Yeah, the captaincy gives me no more entitlement to know those ones. I can't actually give you any info on that. I didn't train with the boys, so there was an eruption just before match sim started. So I think Simo did announce who's playing, but I can't tell you who that is. Sorry.
But potentially maybe a younger guy. I mean, we know obviously some of the younger midfielders have been in and around the mark the last few years and have played a couple of games here and there, Brayshaw's and Ainsworth and that sort of stuff. Would that maybe be a path that you'd look at going down?
Yeah, there's a few options. I mean, whether we bring in a midfielder or a couple of smaller forwards, I'm not sure. But obviously, Camo's been pushing his case for a while now. Played a few games last year. Nick Reid was thrown up through the week. That'd be a great story. And then there's Hamish Brayshaw, Braden Ainsworth, a couple of on-ballers who are in the mix as well. So, looking forward to find out who it was because, any of those guys would be exciting to see run out.
What's Nick Reid brought since he started, given he's been one that's in the mix and was one of the last sort of pickups and has been in the conversation? What sort of attributes has he brought to the group since he started?
It's a really good story, Reedy. Obviously, I'm sure you guys know about it, but plenty of energy up forward. He kicked a few goals for our Waffle team last year. I think he kicked 24 or 25 from 16 games. So, he's got a sense of where the goals are, which is nice. And, a bit of speed, bit of excitement, bit of flair. Be nice to see him get his chance.
Debutant in general, like a Raw is normally an indication of a debutant. What does it do for everyone when you work hard with someone and then you see them achieve their dreams?
Yeah, you obviously train alongside these guys and for a long time, and you see the work they put in that you guys don't. So you see the hours they're putting in behind closed doors, and I guess whenever it's worthwhile and they get their opportunity, it's always a feel good story. So we'll see what happens.
Is it even more unique for the guys looking up here, having been playing like scratch matches have been sharing teammates and all that sort of stuff. For those guys to be rewarded with opportunity, is that even more significant?
Yeah, well, it's a great effort, and it's a testament to their mental ability to stay focused on what they need to do to improve and stay in the mix. And obviously not having proper games to push your case for selection, I'd imagine could be very mentally draining. So the fact that all our guys, they've done it really well. All our guys who haven't been playing seniors and having to play our little scratch matches on a Friday or Saturday, their attitudes have been faultless. So we've loved the way they've gone about it. Really proud of every one of their efforts, and it'd be nice to see if you guys get rewarded this week.
Winning always helps, but what's the mood been like this week now that you guys know you're going home this weekend?
Yeah, look, I think everyone's looking forward to seeing their families, and that's competition-wide. Got to be careful what I say, because apparently that was the reason why we were playing poorly. We said that, but I think we're focused on winning this week. To go back to Perth 3-3 would be a nice position, so we need to get out over Adelaide before we start worrying about next week. But flicked a few things around on the weekend and really worked for us, and we played a brand that has probably been more like us over the last few years than what the last 3 or 4 weeks have been. So really positive mood this week. Not that the last few weeks have been too down, but we've been disappointed with that performance. So it was nice to get the result on the weekend, and another big ask this week.
Have you wrapped your head around what quarantine back home's going to look like? Because obviously here you've been inside, but you've had the freedom to go to the beach or a coffee or the shops. But if you go home, that's not going to be the case. Have you thought much about what that's going to be like? Yeah,
it'll be different. Obviously our family are there and we can see them, but arguably tougher than what it is up here. This has been pretty nice up here. So we've had it pretty good, to be honest. And but look, we've got to do what we've got to do. At least the season's getting underway, and we're able to play footy. And while we're in quarantine, we'll still be able to get to the club and train every couple of days. So we'll be okay.
You've spoken to a lot of blokes around the league. Has anyone contacted you before they arrived up here to say what's it like? What should we be expecting? How does it all go?
Well, we were 0-3 before the weekend, so no one's contacted me asking what we were doing. No, mate, no, I haven't had contact with anyone. But everyone's in a different boat. The Melbourne clubs had, I think, 2 days between when they were told they're leaving and when they actually had to leave, whereas we had a bit more time to prepare. So they've been thrown in the deep end a little bit, and everyone, it's one of those things. I think everyone will just figure it out as they go.
What's the challenges of being a captain in a hub environment? I know you haven't had a non-hub environment as a captain, but it's obviously different, and you're the leader to turn to. What's it been like for you dealing with that side of things?
It hasn't been anything too strenuous, to be honest. As I said, we've had it pretty good up here, so guys have had enough time to have their own space and get away or get to their rooms, and you try and stay out of each other's way when you need your own space. And the only thing we've been focused on as a group, me as captain, but us as a group, is trying to turn our form around. So that occupied a fair bit of the first few weeks, trying to figure out what we weren't doing well, and we're getting there. Still a few things to knock over, but it feels like we're on the right track, and that was probably the main challenge, I suppose.
Lots of meetings and stuff like that. While others are going out, maybe having a day off, were you meeting people and talking?
We haven't had any. We haven't had any unnecessary meetings, and probably not any more than what we would back in Perth. We've obviously changed probably the times of week we have them, but that's only because we've got the luxury of doing it whenever we want, living under the same roof. So we haven't crammed anything unnecessary in, and I dare say we haven't had any more meetings than what we would have if we were back in Perth anyway.
The Derby will have a crowd, maybe 60, maybe 30. Obviously, you'd prefer it to be 60, wouldn't you? Get some Eagles fans in there rather than $30,000 for you.
Yeah, mate, even if it's 60,000 for our fans, I know it's their home game, I think. Just to play in front of the atmosphere would be amazing, and all fans throughout WA, both West Coast and Fremantle, are as passionate as they come. So next week's going to be pretty special. I have the luxury of looking forward a little bit, knowing I'm not playing this week, but I know all our guys are focused on Adelaide. But the Derby it'll be special. What all our fans and members and everyone in WA have been through this year from a footy side of things, and not being able to see us live and even come to training sessions, to all of a sudden be able to come to a Derby would be pretty special for them, I'd imagine.
And as a captain, you haven't had a chance to really, and there's a few games now here, but given a chance to run out in front of a hungry crowd, have that whole, first time as a skipper, that's going to be pretty cool, I
Yeah, yep. Yeah, we're missing our fans for sure. Missing playing at Optus, but at the end of the day, aside from the fans, we still have each other on game day, and getting the wins is what's most important. That'll probably please our fans more than anything. I think they'd rather watch on TV us win than see us lose live. So, but winning live is even better and beats both of those things. So, the sooner we can get back to normality, I think the better for all of our fans.
You got many friends and family starting to text through for tickets? Because obviously tickets, the Eagles were lining up for tickets and then it got shut down. So the requests started coming in already.
I haven't had one request, to be honest. So not sure who's got tickets available to them back home. But no, I've had a few requests on what's going on with the hammy and that sort of stuff, but none for tickets just yet.
Do you think WA footy fans have got a comment with Geelong and other Melbourne-based teams just on the games in WA? Do you think they'll get behind it?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think given the fact that everyone's just missing footy so much, any footy is good enough at the moment. So, it's not as though they're bottom of the ladder teams. They're two of the real contenders this year. So, I dare say footy fans all across WA do what they can to get to any sort of footy. And the WA hub should be a bit of fun.
What's your thoughts on in Victoria, especially? There's been a lot of criticism of the players who haven't wanted to car more when you guys were wanting to know more information and all that sort of stuff. Now, having experience now and almost out still with 2 weeks to go, what's your message to people who think that this is pretty easy and you're all highly paid athletes who can just suck it up and accept it?
Look, mate, any player that is getting forced to go into state has a right to make whatever decision they need to that's best for them. And anyone that's not doing it probably doesn't deserve a say on the topic. So, obviously a few of the Richmond boys have things going on that they feel like they need to attend to, and obviously I applaud what they've been able to do because worrying about the public criticism that might come with that. Good on them for being able to put family first and that sort of thing. And the offer was there for all our boys as well, but fortunately we got everyone up here, which was a great result. And I dare say there's going to be more challenges for plenty of guys around the league as the season goes ahead. But always putting family first is obviously not a bad option.